Hey guys, what's up? So out here on this beautiful summer's day, and I thought I'd mix things up a little bit this week. So for this week's video, it's actually going to be a tutorial predominantly on how I learned to skate fakie in transition. So we're going to go through how to drop in fakie, how to work up to that, how to air fakie to air, you know, just pretty much whatever I can throw into it, I will. So keep watching, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get to it. Alright, so first things first, this video is going under the assumption that you're already comfortable skating fakie, you can already make your way around on flat ground, and you're just looking to move into transition. So as you see, what I just did there was that I'm just working on my pumping, getting comfortable with the feeling of going backwards down the ramp. Once you've got that front side installed a fakie, then it's just a matter of going, alright, I'm going to take this a little higher each time. You get to a point where eventually what's happening is that your front wheels are actually on the flat ground. You're still on the coping, but your front wheels are on flat. That right there is basically the first stepping stone to dropping in fakie. You guys have got this, get it. So now the next part, you've gotten up onto the coping, you're flat-footed on top of the coping, and you're coming back in from that. That right there is effectively a fakie drop-in. What you don't realise is actually happening though is because you've already sort of got that motion inside the ramp, is that it's very easy for you to just pull back. So what we're going to work on now is the actual drop-in itself. So you're going to be on the coping. When you lean back for it, you're actually going to lean back in with the ramp. And I'm going to demonstrate that right now. So we're on our coping the same, we lean in, we roll. So again, we're on the coping, our wheels are on the deck. Lean back, we roll. So as you can see, what's actually happening is that much like dropping in forwards, you're leaning down into it. You don't drop in forward standing straight up. You bend your knees, you lean into the rolling. That's the same thing that's going to happen when you go backwards. Only difference is you don't have your hands in front of you, or you've got your hands in front of you, but they're not behind you, so you're not going to be able to catch yourself. That's it. Now I strongly suggest wearing elbow pads for this. Knee pads are definite, just because if you over lean forwards on the way down, or if you freak out and you rock, straight to your knees. If you lean too far back, straight to your elbows. So strongly recommend them. And a helmet, of course, you know. No hat, no play. Definitely wear that thing. Now, if you're anything like me, what you're going to want after is you're going to go, all right, I want more. You know, you're comfortable dropping in fakie, now you want to bomb in fakie. You can do it forwards, why not backwards? It's a whole nother ball game. So for that, we're going to be working on first air to fakies, just to get comfortable with the feeling of being up in the air and then landing back in the ramp. And as I do this, you'll see that when I go for the landing, and I will do this intentionally to start with, I'm going to be putting a foot on coping, and that's going to help me with my control. All right, let's get it. All right, now hopefully what you can see from that is that at first I'm using that lead foot to catch onto coping on my landing, so that way I have a point of control. Once I'm comfortable, I'm tucking a little more, and I'm not putting that foot down until we've cleared coping on the way back down. That's where you're going to get your speed from coming out of a fakie, and that's what we're going to be aiming for when we bomb in fakie. So now, onto the bomb in. Now I wish there was an easy way to do this. I'll work through it as best I can. But I only know one way to do it, and that is just to jump in backwards. That's it. You guys have got it though. Work on those things, lead up to it. The next step, it's just a mental block. Once you get over it, you've got it. Let's get it. Alright, now for me, when I'm going fakie, I naturally keep my right foot forward. So when I bomb in fakie, I find it a lot easier to turn to my right. So that way, that's the way I learned. So that right foot then, that's still going to be forward, can give me that point of control on coping. So you'll see what I just did there. I jump, spin to my right, foot touches coping on the way down. And that gives me something to sort of lock onto. So your next step from there is just to get comfortable with that and then just work on avoiding that coping. That coping, again, it'll lose your speed. You risk, you know, if you're not careful with it, or if you get too comfortable with it and you try it on a bigger ramp that you're not comfortable on, you got to be careful because you risk hooking up as well, and you don't want that. It ends very poorly. So all right, let's give it a go, doing it properly. All right. Alright, so you've got your fakie drop in, you've got your fakie bomb in, you've got all that speed going backwards and you don't know what to do with it. So from here on out, you start working things like your fakie air or your fakie flyouts. Now, or fakie 180 to a frontside stop. Any of the above, actually quite simple with all that speed. First one I recommend, however, is either a fakie 180 flyout, so you're gonna fly up fakie, spin yourself around, land going forwards on the way out. Or second to that, you've got a fakie air. Now that one it's simpler than it looks, you know. So you fly up backwards, before you touch coping, you pull up. Use your arms for that upward momentum. So what you're gonna do with your arms is going backwards, you're gonna be throwing them up and tucking in, all right? And that's as simple as that, and you're gonna end up going forwards. So I hope this helps somebody. Thank you for watching, and if you like what you're seeing, please drop a like, leave a comment, and feel free to subscribe. Y'all have a good day. Cheers.